Hi, I'm Anthony Poponi, and we're here to talk about the Community Foundation with Mr. Hap Channell. Hi, Hap.
How are you doing, Anthony?
I'm doing great.
Good.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, let's see. I'm a happily married guy and father of two beautiful daughters, and that's the primary thing that I do probably is be a family guy. We moved into Gunnison Valley in the late 70s, mid 70s actually, and have been here ever since, in the same house ever since. And so we put down roots and really appreciate the community. Um, and so it's been a pleasure. I was in the lumber business for a while when I first came here, and then went back to my first love, which is teaching. Once a teaching job opened in the Gunnison schools, and my wife and I both taught middle school until we retired in the early 21st century. And then, by golly, I ran for public office and served a couple of terms as a county commissioner here, which was a great gig. Let me tell you, had I been a little younger, I might have run for a third term, but we decided to hang it up after two and allow us to have a little freedom to travel, etc. And then since that time, 2013 was when I was, as I like to say, sworn out of office. We have just enjoyed being retired, both of us, and traveling and working on our place here in Gunnison. And so that's about, I think, the essence of who I am at this point.
Well, I see a few gray tufts of hair sticking out, and I'm assuming those are from the county commissioner days.
Well, actually, in those days, I shaved my head. Come on, you remember that?
I do remember that.
And so no, this is post-county commissioner days, but I think that really has more to do with my age.
So you mentioned a couple terms as county commissioner, and I think that's an interesting position that helped you maybe see more fully the full breadth of community challenges and issues and needs in the elected official role. And so maybe how does that transition to your vision for what the Community Foundation is doing here in the Valley?
Well, it was an easy transition, Anthony, because I had quite a bit of experience in the nonprofit world through the Gunnison Arts Center prior to becoming a commissioner. And so as a commissioner, you alluded to this, that you have to know, I mean, it's a very broad skill set and very broad knowledge of the community. You have to have not so deep unless particular areas kind of tricked your fancy and piqued your interest, such as the nonprofit world for me, quite frankly, among other things. But the old joke was when you became a county commissioner that the learning curve was a vertical line. That's just about the truth. There is a lot to it. But you get that under your belt and you go to a couple of trainings and you hit the floor running. And fortunately, I had a good mentor that was on the board of commissioners at the time, Jim Starr, whom you know. Mm-hmm. And so that helped a bunch. And so yeah, I did become very involved in the nonprofit community prior to being a commissioner, and it was a natural thing for me to get involved in the foundation upon becoming a commissioner, and then years after the commissionership. And I am a unabashedly huge fan of the foundation. I mean, the advocacy, if nothing else, for the nonprofit community is just incredible. How it radiates from that central office and the staff and what they provide in terms of services. And then the philanthropic ethic that is promoted through the foundation is huge, not only for the nonprofit community, but just the community in general. You know, it's one of these, I mean, if we all sat down and kind of listed the characteristics or the attributes of community that we want to have in places that we live, something like the Community Foundation would be right up at the top of the list.